Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me already, I'm Lorraine. I'm 20... I've literally forgotten how old I am. 26-year-old mum of two. I have 4-year-old Penelope, who is fantastic and love her to pieces. And I also have another daughter, but sadly she was stillborn in December 2017. She was born at 34 weeks. I am now 27 plus 1 weeks pregnant with my third baby. It was a very much surprise pregnancy. If you haven't watched my previous updates, then please do go and watch them. Explains a little bit more about how, you know, we got pregnant so soon, I guess, after a very traumatic and sad time, obviously losing our baby. My last update, I think I was about 24 weeks pregnant, so I'm going to do a 24 week to 27 week update. So I'll start with how I feel. I feel massive for a start. I feel like, you know, even from a few weeks ago, I was feeling so big, like feelings that I felt sort of at the end of my pregnancies normally. I just feel like this pregnancy is so much more intense. Third babies, I don't know if that's a thing, but it really feels like, I don't know, hard going on my body. I feel like my body is struggling. I don't know if it's because I got pregnant so soon. I was pregnant 8 weeks after I gave birth to Prim, so is it just because my body's struggling to be pregnant again? I don't know, but I just feel so heavy and huge. Yeah, and I don't even remember being this big with Prim at 34 weeks. I probably just talking nonsense, but I just feel so much bigger this time. I've been feeling really tired. I can't talk because my glasses are dirty. I feel like there's something in my face. There we go. I've been feeling really tired to the point where I'm just a bit grumpy, I'm not gonna lie. I've been feeling really emotional. I just cry about things, you know. I don't know if that's a bit of a mix between, you know, the whole grief side and the mix of hormones. See? I don't know if it's a mix between grief and hormones in pregnancy, but just some days I'm a write-off completely. I had a bad day the other day and I just could not stop crying. I couldn't figure out whether I was upset about my loss with Prim, or if I was upset and anxious about this pregnancy, or if it was just my hormones. It's a really confusing time being pregnant after a loss, especially so soon. I've been getting quite a lot of swelling down below in my bits. Apparently that's just a normal thing, but again, I don't remember this kind of stuff happening till quite later on in pregnancy. But this time it's all happening quite soon. I think he's just very low. I'm carrying him quite low. Whereas before with Penny and Prim, they was quite high up, like they felt like they were always in my ribs. So that just might be something different in this pregnancy. I've been really struggling to drink the last few weeks. I'm normally drinking water all the time, and I could drink loads and I just down a whole bottle or a whole glass, and you know, I drink a decent amount of water a day. But lately, the last few weeks, it's just been the last thing I want to do. It just seems like the worst thing. I've also had a fair bit of itching, so I've been in and out of the hospital getting my bloods done. And they're all coming back normal and things at the moment. If you don't know already, I've had OC, obstetric scoliosis, still can't pronounce it. I'll put it up here. In my 2 other pregnancies with Penny and Primrose, I started itching in this pregnancy at 10 weeks. My liver function started rising at that point, and then they just have been pretty flatline and have been stable and normal throughout up until now. They're still fine. So 27 weeks in, I still haven't officially been diagnosed with OC properly this time, but they are obviously keeping a very close eye on me because it's quite a common thing to get in the later stages, although I have had it early in my second pregnancy. So yeah, they're just keeping an eye. But yeah, I think the best thing to do is just go straight into my care plan for this pregnancy, because then I'll be able to explain things a bit more. When I hit 24 weeks, I went into my consultant appointment quite certain that I wanted weekly scans, because I want to keep as close an eye on this baby as possible. The consultant did turn me down for the weekly scans, but we did agree on having a scan every 2 weeks, see either my midwife or consultant every week. So I'll be seeing someone, you know, that knows me and is a professional every week. I'll also be having CTGs, which is the monitoring where you get the straps around your belly every single week. More if necessary if I get concerned in the meantime. I'm also, I think, I'm not certain, I think from 28 weeks or something, there's a stage where I think they're going to be doing scans every week. And I'm not sure in that because I can't remember, but I'm seeing my consultant this Tuesday. It's Saturday now, Saturday the 18th of August, and I'm seeing my consultant again on Tuesday, so I'm just going to check that because I'm not entirely sure if that was mentioned or not. I did talk about having an elective C-section. That's something that I've been discussing with the lovely Emma Kenny, the psychologist for Channel Mum. She's been talking to me the last few weeks, helping me sort of deal with my grief for Primrose and trying to come to terms with the fact that, you know, I very well may have to give birth to another baby soon, and that this baby is potentially very much coming. So she's trying to sort of get my head in the right space, and I'm finding it so helpful. You know, oh, she's just amazing. And she works a lot in the Channel Mum group. But my consultant, because I've had 2 natural births and they've been, you know, good, positive births, regardless of the fact, you know, that with Prim it was obviously a really traumatic experience. The birth side of things went well. I had no complications and etc, etc. So she said, for me, my safest options, considering my history, is to give birth naturally. Which, you know, my vagina is okay with that. Like, I can give birth. I've done it twice before. I know I can do it. But it's this that isn't so sure. Like, my mental space isn't entirely sure whether I can do it or not. Because I struggle to think of the whole birth side of stuff. The only thing I can think of when I try and think about it is screaming out if he's alive, screaming just in general, just a lot of screaming and a lot of trauma, and all I see is Prim's birth, which was obviously really traumatic and horrendous, and I struggle to visualise anything different for this baby. I just see a birth that results in me not having a live baby, and that's obviously really, really hard to think about. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to go with their advice. I'm going to go ahead and plan for a natural birth, but I want to try maybe hypnobirthing or just different ways of trying to keep my birth as calm as possible. I'm having Reese and my mum there as usual, which I have done with my 2 other pregnancies and births as well. So I'm just going to have that the same, you know, and talk with them about, you know, what kind of things I want in the room, like try and keep it as calm as possible. I am already being told that I'll have a consultant-led labour and birth. I'll be in the delivery suite on monitor throughout the whole thing because they obviously need to keep an eye on the baby, which I'm fine with. You know, whatever is safest and easiest to make sure this baby gets here safely is absolutely fine with me. But I just want to, with all that going on and with all the stuff going on up here, I need everything else as much as I can control to be calm. Well, I've been in hospital a few times over the last few weeks for different things. One was my itching had come back, and I was having pains. So yeah, they were ruling out just in case my waters had gone, but thankfully they haven't. That's just something they've got to watch. But we're also considering getting a 4D scan. I think I'm going to try and ring around and book that. We didn't have it till like 30+ weeks with Penny, and it wasn't as clear as it could have been. The sonographer said it's a bit better if you go earlier on in the pregnancy. So yeah, I'm 27 plus 1 now, so hopefully maybe 28 or 29 weeks we'll go for the 4D scan. And yeah, so that's that. But I'm feeling good. You know, I've bought a couple of little things now, a few things, white things, but they're just mainly stuff from my hospital bag, just essentials that we need to take to the hospital and things like that. Nothing really for once the baby comes home. So yeah, in the next couple of weeks I think we'll need to get a few bits more to have for when he comes home, I hope. I don't know if I told you in my last update, I'm not sure if Penny knew about the pregnancy or not, but she knows now. She's known since about 24 weeks. Very excited for a baby brother. She kisses my bump, she lays with him, just she's just incredible and has the biggest heart that you could ever imagine. But she does get very, very upset if I'm in the hospital. She just assumes something sad is going to happen to the baby. She worries for him. She keeps asking me things like, "Mummy, can you eat that? Are you allowed to eat that food? You've got a baby in your tummy." Or, "You can't walk up there, you've got a baby in your tummy." Or, "Don't pick that up, you've got a baby in your tummy." She's very, very sweet, but she's very, very, very worried for him. But we're just trying to keep things positive and happy, and, you know, keep her as involved but not too involved. For example, she doesn't come to any appointments or scans and things like that at the moment. She's seen a picture of him on our 12-week scan or 20-week scan, but we haven't, you know, brought her to any, and I don't think we will. We've also got a name. I'm not sure, I'm definitely not going to tell you, but we've got a name that we sort of very, very, very much like. 90% sure we're going to use it. There's still that odd chance that things will change, but we love the name. I love the name and I love the meaning of it. And I just think it's absolutely perfect. Penny knows the name. She's already told Nanny. You cannot tell kids things because they just do not keep a secret. Apparently she said that it's not good to keep secrets, so she told her nanny the name. So that's brilliant. But I don't really mind. Yeah, so we have a name. We've known the name since about 16 weeks basically. So a really long time. I really like it, so I hope it doesn't change. But it's very different from the last names. My last pregnancy names were both P names, and this is not a P name. So we have my 3 miscarriages all start with a P. We've got Pippi, Peach and Pickle. Penelope, my daughter, who's 4. Primrose, who was stillborn at 34 weeks. Our dog is called Pippin. But this baby right now in my tummy is not a P name. It's something completely different and it feels really weird. So yeah, I've broke the cycle. Yeah, so I'm gonna go now and I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you very much for watching, and if you did enjoy this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you can keep up with more videos. And if you're expecting, or if you're expecting after a loss, then do comment below so we can have some chats. It'd be lovely to talk to you. And yeah, I'll speak to you all soon. Bye!